Hello everyone, I'm FMZ and welcome to episode 20 of Resurgence with Sheffield Wednesday. Today we've got a few results to wrap up for you. We've got a departure to talk about as well as some news that may well interest you. Don't forget, if you enjoy this content, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Leave me a comment if you've got anything to say. Also, don't forget, I'm a member of the FM Creators community and the Passion for FM team. The link to the Discord servers is in the description. Let's get to those results, shall we? And we start today's roundup at St Andrews, where it was a 2-0 defeat. And also another red card for us, this time for Julian Bornier. Let's take a look at the 2 goals and the red card. Now, it was a very significant moment, the sending off of Julian Bornier. A second booking inside 12 minutes to give us a really uphill task from that point. Birmingham took the lead on 13 minutes. Maxine Collin with the ball on the right. Goal is in the middle. There he is, tapping in for 1-0 straight after the red card, obviously. And they made it 2-0 on 34 minutes. Goal once more. Bit of calamity at the back. No one marking the man in the middle as Birmingham won by 2-0. We did, however, avenge the 5-4 defeat against Bristol City, this time with a 1-0 win in the FA Cup. Mason Greenwood with the only goal. Let's take a look at it. Scored after 41 minutes. A header forward from Moore. Luongo knocking it down for Green into Adam Reach, who rolled it into Mason Greenwood, who rolled it into the net for the only goal of the game. But we made it back-to-back championship defeats, and in cruel fashion as well, as Harper scored in the 94th minute to win the game. Let's take a look at the goals though. It was going so well for us though. Julian Green headed us in front on 41 minutes. But West Brom were level just after half-time. Lozano with the ball cheekily into the box. There is Oliver Burke at the far post heading in for 1-1. And then Harper broke our hearts in the 94th minute. In fairness, any one of those 3 could have headed the ball in as West Brom won the game. We did manage to, however, hold off Blackburn Rovers despite again having a man sent off. But thankfully in the 92nd minute this time. Nasty tackle from Kevin Stewart as well. So discipline has again become a problem, but it was 0-0 between Blackburn and Sheffield Wednesday. Fairly even. Neither side really did much to win it. We did, however, score a late winner of our own at the City Ground as we beat Nottingham Forest by a 1-0. Let's take a look at it. It's always nicer when it happens for you rather than against you. Jack Clark with the ball down the right-hand side. He will play it towards the edge of the box. There is Conor Gallagher firing it into the bottom corner to give us a 1-0 win over Nottingham Forest. We then took on Brentford in the 4th round of the FA Cup, and it will need a replay, this one, at Brentford's new stadium, as it finished goalless. Again, it was fairly even. You could argue we tipped the scales slightly with the shots on target and the shots at goal, but we need to do it again in London. And last time out, it was a 4-1 defeat in London against West Ham. Let's take a look at the goals. Again, it started well for us. Mason Greenwood put us in front just before half-time. Fox with the ball over the top. Greenwood in between the 2 centre-halves, taking a lovely touch before sliding it beyond the goalkeeper. That is as good as it got, though, sadly for us, as West Ham scored 4 goals in 15 minutes. Haller with the first one from a corner. Second goal coming on 64. Jared Bowen with the ball on the right. He will swing it towards Haller, who got in between the 2 centre-halves before slotting nicely beyond the goalkeeper. They made it 3 on 66. Haller again with the ball on the edge of the box, this time playing it to Delot, firing it down for Bowen before Fornals fired it in for 3-1. And then they completed the route, really. Felipe Anderson with the free kick. Galleradini was the closest to react as West Ham trounced us 4-1. Following all that, Cardiff City put in a bid for Adam Reach and it was accepted, a bid of £3.6 million. So he has left the club to join them. He was also in the last year of his contract and he had registered a desire to leave for Cardiff City, and I did not want to stand in his way. It's a shame because Adam is a great player. He is a great servant to Sheffield Wednesday in his time with us, and he shall be missed by the squad. We are looking to replace him at the end of the January transfer window, and we'll see who we brought in next time around. Moving on to the competition screen. So a replay is required against Brentford to see if we make it through to round 5 of the FA Cup. But in the Championship, things have gone from bad to worse. We are down to 13th again. 38 points from the 29 games played. We're now 12 points off the playoff places. We have drifted quite away from it. But West Ham are top on 79. Still haven't lost this season. West Brom are on 62. Middlesbrough on 57. Queen's Park Rangers on 56. Hull on 51. And then Bristol City and Reading both on 50. Down towards the bottom of the Championship, where Rotherham still occupy bottom spot on 18, but Charlton are level on points with them on 18 as well. Luton and Lincoln are on 22 apiece. Wigan are on 25. Blackpool on 28. Millwall are on 32 along with Stoke. Now the interesting news that you will probably be very interested in. We are looking at somewhere else. Whilst the project is going okay, my contract is up in the summer. I do not expect it to be continued. I think the board will go in an opposite direction to where we are going. Whilst we're achieving a goal at the moment, we're obviously trying to get into the top half of the table. Getting promotion is something we want to do. So we have applied for the job at Crystal Palace. We attended the interview. We'll see how that goes, I suppose. The next match you will see in this series is the game with Huddersfield in 3 days' time. That is the next episode you will see. And hopefully by then we'll have a bit of clarity on this. But it's something to keep your eye on. We may well be moving clubs. And that's with no disrespect to Sheffield Wednesday. I just don't expect my contract to be renewed. So we are taking care of ourselves. You know, trying to find somewhere else where my services will be required. It may not transpire we'll end up at Crystal Palace. We may go somewhere else, but that is probably the short-term plan to get to the end of the season, and we'll move on somewhere else in the summer. Exciting times. Obviously, we are going to push as hard as we can for the playoffs between now and the end of the season. You know, if we can get Sheffield Wednesday back to the Premier League, then that is our objective achieved from the resurgence of them. And then we'll try somewhere else to see if we can get someone else back on their feet. If you've enjoyed today's video, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and would like to do so, please hit the subscribe button down in the corner. Don't forget, if you've got any comments to make on today's video, please leave them below. Also, don't forget, I'm a member of the FM Creators community and the Passion for FM team. The link to the Discord services in the description. Next time up, we are taking on Huddersfield. It is another Yorkshire derby you're going to see as we take on the Terriers. Hopefully we can pick up a result in that one, but you'll find out next time. Until then, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.